the idea that these corporate interests, who are a wonderful vehicle for amassing large sums of money, that they should be able to involve themselves in the process and do so anonymously. That they can involve themselves with large amounts of money and do so anonymously is bad for our government. You know, we live in a day with a 24-hour news cycle, and we hear all the time about opinion polls. Where, you know, how do people feel about gun control? How do people feel about health care? What is their opinion on questions of education? And they expect that these opinions will be reflected in the policy choices made by their government. And when those policy choices seem to be at variance with broad public opinion, I think the average voter will sit there and think to him or herself, why are my wishes being thwarted when it comes to decisions of government? And I think it is certainly more than reasonable for them to wonder, and I think to assume in many cases that there is special interest money on the other side of the question that's winning the day. And I think that that causes people to wonder whether or not they want to be involved in participating in the government. If it doesn't matter if I go vote and elect someone in office to express my policy opinions in law, because money is coming in the back door and thwarting my will or the general broad will of my community, of my state, then I think that affects the allegiance one has to government and to voting. I think it affects the desire of people to participate in the process. And as less and less people participate in the process, I think we get less and less good outcomes from the government. So I'm here to say that we as a people, as a nation, should work to change and reverse this terrible decision by an activist conservative court that has allowed all of this corrosive money to negatively impact our politics.
You know, when we look at our elections 2.5 weeks from now, will people look back and say this was something that we brought about because of the voice of the people or because of these large anonymous donations from corporate owners? And it's about confidence in our democracy. And we really want to make sure that as we move forward, not only just with candidates, but as the chairman mentioned, on a lot of these ballot initiatives that we're seeing in many states, that again, the voice of the people is heard. That's what our founding fathers envisioned. I don't think they ever envisioned to see, again, corporations both being people and being able to spend unlimited anonymous dollars at the whim of one person or multiple people, again, under that cover of darkness. Democracy works best under the sunshine when decisions can be made out in the public, and this sets us back. And I think, again, as we see these large sums of dollars coming into both these ballot initiatives and to these elections, it really does some serious damage to democracy. Thankfully, we can change this, and there's a path forward, and I want to thank all of our partners that have been working very hard to bring this issue forward and to making sure that there is a path forward for Congress and for hopefully the Supreme Court to overturn this decision so that we can again make sure that the people's voice is constantly heard, not only on Election Day, but as laws are being made and throughout the year. Thank you very much.